Tell us a little bit about your journey with Dr. Master Shah. What year did you meet him, and what were the circumstances?
I met Dr. Shah, Dr. and Master Shah in October 2000. I had a dream. Since I was a young child, I had two dreams. First, I wanted to be a doctor. And then later, since my 13th year of life, I wanted to become neurosurgeon after I heard in radio about Dr. Cooper in New York doing neurosurgeries. But since about I was 10 years old, I started to do something. First, I didn't know what it is. I wanted to reach Tao. I was doing judo, and my teacher introduced me to the concept about Tao. And so it's just, wow, this is it. I didn't know what it is, but I want it. I want it.
You tell the viewers where you were born, because you're from Europe and not everyone knows that about you. So, and the circumstances were limited, I think, for you at the time. So having the dream of wanting to be a neurosurgeon was a big dream.
Yeah. Well, I was born in Czechoslovakia and behind Iron Curtain. And it was a difficult life for all of us. And there were no Taoists in my country. That to have a dream, you want to come to Tao was, I would say, a little bit excessive dream. But the same thing I learned later on in my life, my dream to be neurosurgeon, very difficult to accomplish in that political system. So I ended up getting through Iron Curtain and came to Canada to start my new life. And 10 years later, after we arrived, this country gave me everything. My goodness. I became professor of neurosurgery in one of the universities. So I achieved the dream of the dreams. But to my amazement, it didn't make me happy. I wanted more. And as time was progressing, I wanted more and more my second dream to be fulfilled. I wanted to reach Tao. I wanted to become enlightened. And so I was searching for the teacher most of the time, since I came to Canada, but I couldn't find. And eventually I did. And we met with Master Shah. It was for first time in my life. One look, it was my first teacher, and I knew this is it. And I have been with him since, 21 years. Oh, amazing story.
Comment a little bit on the rigorous research you've done with university researchers that confirms the results. Because as you know, traditional Western medical doctors, for the most part, are very skeptical if they cannot measure the results under a double-blind test. So comment a little bit about your relationship with Western medicine and how you've been able to confirm what I'm sure your fellow doctors feel are extraordinary results.
I was trained as a medical doctor in Czechoslovakia, and I was certified as a neurologist. And I think it was about 3 weeks after I started my university studies, I went to professor, head of neurosurgery, and asked him if I can do some research project with him. So I did. Every year I did some research. Then I started PhD. I was trained as a neurologist. So I done already a fair amount of research back home. And when I came to Canada, Bill, I was doing research on the patients that were operated by Dr. Cooper. I heard about it when I was 13 years old, and I did the research on them in McMaster University. And so I studied in McMaster how to do clinical trials. I took special courses. And so when I came and met Master Shah, we right away, I think it was our second meeting, we started to do a research on his clients, on his patients. And we applied the principles that we do, like when we do clinical trials at universities. So I had the knowledge, and we set up protocols and used forms that are used in clinical trials. And we documented since that time, I mean, I think we did about 18 clinical studies, and without any doubt, I can see this works. I mean, we can measure that. It's amazing.
Now, when I did the research for the book I wrote about Dr. Shah, I did, my research, and it wasn't as rigorous as what you've done. But yes, I mean, there's no doubt the results are real, and there's no explanation other than something is happening during these healing moments, and we don't yet understand fully the process in terms of what scientifically we can explain it. But I think, as Dr. Shah always says, if you want to know if the pear is sweet, taste it. If you want to know if these techniques work, try them out. How has it been for you with other Western medical doctors? Do they sometimes send their patients to you to combine their healing, their traditional healing, with Dr. Shah's soul healing techniques?
I am actually focusing on the research rather than healing, because there is, if you want to do the research properly, there is something called like a bias, and that's why I don't want to be involved with the direct healing, so I can be unbiased observer, and there is no invested interest, you know what I mean? So yes. Then I'm completely unbiased. I just observe, I measure what I see, and we do that. Those studies actually, which we've done over the years, there was 18 medical doctors involved with me, with our team in Shah Research Foundation. So there are heart-touching results, heart-touching stories coming all the time.
And I know that you have maintained as one of your life goals, helping others live happier and healthier lives. So what are some of the suggestions you can give to the viewers on how to live happier and healthier lives?
Study with Master Shah. Very simple answer. I can tell you, Bill, the life which I live now is beyond imagination. The health, I mean, look, you see my face. My health is impeccable, and family relationships absolutely sweet. Everything is just smoothly going, smoothly flowing through. Our son is a great joy, great pride in our life. My mom live with me. Oh, it's just such a sweet day-to-day existence. Beyond thinking, my goodness.
By the way, how old are you now, Peter, Dr. Peter? How old are you?
Oh, how old I am? I am in reaching my 65s.
Okay.
Yes.
So do you still heal patients as well, or just doing research now?
Oh, yes, I have a clinic. I see clients. I have been helping people through the COVID. Once a week, I have a clinic just to keep my feet in it and help people this way. Yeah, I like it.
Wonderful. Is there anything else you'd like to share before we go back to the show?
Well, I wish that more of my colleagues would get on this. If we can learn the techniques from Dr. Shah, Dr. Master Shah, we can become much more healthier, much more efficient, and better doctors with a better approach, much easier to handle the stress, and we can do for patients more if we use these techniques. So I hope this will happen one day.
Well, one of the things that I am involved with several other health-related projects, one of which is a film about compassion that's really aimed at the medical community, most importantly nurses, because it's been documented that compassion, just compassion, is probably as important as the actual medical intervention itself. And because doctors and nurses, particularly during this past year and a half of COVID, have been under so much stress, it has had a negative impact on their personal lives and their ability to show compassion. So are there some exercises that could be shared with the medical community and the nursing community that would help them to reduce their own stress levels?
Well, very easy. Just join these sessions with Master Shah. Like myself, I asked to to heal my heart chakra. Right away, I went into a deep peace, totally relaxed. Imagine you are doing surgery. Between surgeries, you go to surgical lounge, you turn on Master Shah, receive soul massage, 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later, you go back to operating room. You are totally in totally different capacity to do what you are going to do. I experience it all the time. So I'm sure all my colleagues would experience the same.
I have to agree. I don't think that you even need to know who Dr. Shah is to benefit from his healing and the change of the energy. Like just to listen to 10, 15 minutes, if that could be piped into every hospital in Canada and the United States, I think we'd have tremendous higher incidence of recuperation from the patients. So maybe that's a good project for you to take on in your hospital affiliation in Canada. Start there, start today and go for a month without it and say, okay, here's the results. And then start it for a full month and compare the results. I think that would be a very interesting medical experiment that would be very beneficial. So
Great.
I give you that challenge I know convincing hospitals to do anything is not easy, but it's worth trying. But in any event, I want to thank you for everything that you've done over your career that has helped so many people, and obviously for providing the scientific confirmation that the Tao calligraphy healing that Dr. Shah is making available to the world is in fact working. I think the more people that become aware of this modality, the more people will be healed and the more people will be in joy, and the happier universe it will be for our species. So thank you very much for all that you've done to contribute.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Bill.
So welcome everybody to the Master Shah Tao Center in Vancouver. Experience the power of Tao calligraphy healing field evening. Wasn't that just amazing? Some of you may know some of these stories already, but when you think about it, going from the place and behind the Iron Curtain at that time as a 13-year-old, hearing on the radio about Dr. Cooper, who was doing breakthrough neurosurgeries on people with Parkinson's and other kinds of brain disorders. And then breaking through the Iron Curtain and finding his way to Canada after already achieving his medical degree in Czechoslovakia. It was a long road, but he achieved that dream. And then after achieving that dream, he had a second dream. He spoke about it in the video. His second dream was to reach Tao, reach enlightenment. And after his very first experience with Master Shah, he realized this is the way I can reach that dream. We are now 21 years later, and he's still on the road. So as you can see, it can be a long road to reaching your dreams, but it is possible. So I would like to ask you, do you remember a time when you believed that you could accomplish anything you set your heart on? post in the chat box. I invite you to post in the chat box a dream that you had at one time, or a dream you still have in your heart that you want to accomplish. Keeping in mind that the road can be long, and so we have to do everything we can to stay healthy so that we have the opportunity in this lifetime to reach, to achieve that dream. So post in the chat box. Just go back to that time. Close your eyes. Visualize, what is that dream that you want to accomplish? It could be, the dreams can be, there can be small steps on the way to your final dream. You may have a dream right now for something that can be achieved in a short period of time. Post in the chat box, what is your dream? And so for those of you who do not know who I am, I'm honored to be leading the session tonight. My name is Cynthia Hamilton, and I'm one of the master teachers here at the Master Sha Dao Center in Vancouver. And we have a special guest who's going to be joining us. He joined us 2 weeks ago, and he was the recipient of Tao Golden Light Ball and Golden Liquid Spring Treasures for the Wei-Yin, the Shanzhong, and the Dajue. Just to remind you, if you have not yet been at these sessions where our center leader, Jimena Gavino, has offered these services and has taught on them, the Wei-Yin is located between the anus and the genital. It is the acupuncture point. It's part of the first soul house, so it's extremely important as a driving force to drive the energy up through the center of the body, the chi channel, to get the chi moving. The Shanzhong is in the message center and located in the center of the body, the fourth soul house. Extremely important because it carries the messages, both the positive and the negative messages, which are associated with every aspect of our life. So to have the Tao Golden Light Ball and Golden Liquid Spring, the Tao Golden Light Bowl, Golden Liquid Spring for the Shanzhong is extremely powerful. So the energy comes up from the first soul house through the center of the body. It has to pass through the fourth soul house, the message center, the Shanzhong, continuing up to the top of the head and then moving back down. It has to pass through the Dajue, which is located at the C7, cervical vertebrae 7 area, another acupuncture point, part of the driving forces, and has to also be open in order for the chi to freely flow through the whole channel. So I'm going to invite Brad to come on, and he's going to describe what his condition is and what his experience has been since receiving the Tao Golden Light Ball, the Tao Golden Light Ball and Golden Liquid Spring Treasures for those 3 driving forces. Brad.
Thank you, Cynthia. Well, my condition, for those who don't know, is I'm on dialysis for my kidney, and I've also experienced some hearing loss in my right ear. Since receiving the driving forces, I also received the Golden Light Ball and Golden Liquid Spring for the Chi channel and for my kidneys. The first week was, I would have to, I guess, characterize it as quite difficult. I was very conflicted, a lot of thoughts that were not great, difficulty sleeping. Would wake up in the middle of the night with had some bad dreams. But I persisted in the practice, and this week things have gotten quite a bit better. I'm sleeping much better now. I'm still having dreams, but they're actually nice dreams now, not bad dreams. So that's a big plus. And the other thing is that I'm enjoying the practices now, which is quite a change for me. I did not enjoy them during the first week, but the second week now I'm enjoying doing the tracing and the chanting for the driving forces in my chi channel. Unfortunately, there's been no substantial change in either my hearing or my kidneys, but like Cynthia said, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So hopefully in the future, things will improve in those areas.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that, Brad. Monique, would you like to offer a third eye image? You were here 2 weeks ago when Brad received the treasures. Can you offer a third eye image or a message about what has shifted? You know, because often before things shift at the physical level, of course, as Master Sha teaches, the soul is the boss. So first of all, of course, the soul leads the heart, heart leads the mind, mind leads the energy, energy leads the matter. So once things have gotten to the matter level, then already the message has already made its all the way through. So now you've received this treasure. Monica, go ahead and please share what you have, what you're seeing has shifted for Brad, especially as he's been practicing for these past 2 weeks as well.
Thank you, Cynthia. I'm very, very happy to share, because as soon as I saw Brad today, I knew something had changed. And so, Brad, I remember last week when you received the treasures, I remember vividly the third eye image I had then, that it was like the battery that was rusted could not connect with the meridians in your body. It was like the light was not, your body was not receiving the light. It was like a dead battery. And when you receive particularly the weigh-in acupuncture point, the way that Cynthia just described, at the base of your torso, it was like a fountain that suddenly jolted, like the water had been restrained. And let's say the water is a metaphor for the energy had been restrained. And with the treasure that you received, wow, the energy started moving. So what I saw today, it's actually in your message center. Something transformed in your message center. There's an expansion, and I can see the energy is actually moving more. The channel is wider. And so what you've expressed about more pleasure in the practice, I saw more joy in your body, in your being. Something has shifted and has been transformed in your heart. And so more joy in your heart. And I could see the channel, the energy is moving more easily because the channel is wider. And so let me do a reading, a flow for what the third eye, the meaning of the third eye. How? This is the source. Beloved Brad, thank you for your willingness to share with us what has transformed with the treasures you have received and the practice that you've been doing. Your commitment to your practice, your commitment to invoke the treasure has given you a confidence and joy that you may have not expressed or experienced before. What happens at the soul level is sometimes hard to understand with our mind. Your soul is so joyful that you have received those treasures to allow the flow of energy. Your heart and soul are more in alignment with the source. The treasures you have received are Tao treasures. They carry with them the purest energy, information, and matter. When you trace with their treasure, you align with the source. You align with me. Your whole being is benefiting from that alignment. Continue, beloved Brad, to practice daily and allow the light, Tao source, Tao vibration to heal even deeper any negative information that you may not be conscious you are holding. Continue to trust the process of healing. Your healing power can only get more powerful, more intense, and more rapidly you will see more results. You are very loved and blessed. How?
Thank you, Monique. Sarah, is there something you would like to add as well that you saw? Any messages you received for Brad?
Yes, I'll just share what I can currently see for Brad, and that is that there is definitely a I see the golden light is moving through the kidneys gradually, at the deepest levels. The golden light treasures come in, and they're working their way through the blockages at a pace that is the right pace for Brad. So what I see is it's sort of like when sometimes you see graphics and they have that gradation of color where it might go from pink to darker pink to light blue and then darker blue and then purple and that kind of thing. It's a gradation like that. So I'm looking inside his kidneys and I see the gradation of the golden light as it goes deeper and deeper into the various areas that need to be cleared. That's what I'm seeing for Brad right now. So it's happening, but because of the significance of the challenge, the golden light needs to go very deep and it takes time.
Thank you very much. So we remember it was a long road, and not without formidable obstacles, including the escaping through the Iron Curtain for Dr. Peter to make his way to Canada and to eventually meet up with Master Shah. And so, Brad, I'm so happy that everything's going in a good direction now, and that you're back practicing again. That's just beautiful. And those of you who were here last week when we had Dr. Peter with us, he released a secret about the water and the importance of balancing the water. And of course, what are the kidneys doing? The kidneys are cleaning, they're purifying the fluid in the body. And as below, so above. Before we move on to the next, we're actually going to do a practice. Before we do that, did we have anyone share what their dream is? Did anyone share? Post in the chat box. Sarah, would you like to read anyone's post in the chat?
Yes, people did share their dreams. First, we've got from Maureen. She said, at one time I wanted to visit every country on the globe. I presume that I've accomplished that with remote healing, COVID and Zoom, Ring Central, and live stream. It's great. And she says, I've met more people internationally than ever with these modalities. And Monique shared that the dream she had and still has is to ignite the spirit and fire of life in people who have lost that desire to live a fulfilling life. It is reachable with Master Sha's incredible inspiration to serve. And of course, we have seen the story of Monique in that beautiful video that was made, how she was inspired to follow this path in life. And we thank her for all the wonderful work that she's done for people in this life. Brianna says, my dream is the same as Dr. Peter's, to reach Tao. What a dream, I know. Well, keep going, Brianna. We're all on the road together. And it's like a circle, like the Tao circle. Who knows who's in front and who's behind? It's a continuous circle. And Catherine wrote, yes, I was 15 and set my mind on joining the church choir. It was a large choir of much older and seasoned singers. I was interviewed and auditioned. I got in and I was overjoyed. And Lydia has posted, I'm just trying to find Lydia's, I saw it somewhere, that when she was young, she felt everything was possible, that was kind of her state of mind, that anything was possible. It's one of the great things. And of course, now we're all rejuvenating. So we're going back to being younger and younger, and we can carry those dreams. And then I posted my own as well. So that's what people have shared so far.
Beautiful. Okay, and so since the road can be long, we have to stay healthy. So how do we stay healthy? Well, who better to teach us about that than Dr. Peter Hudova? It's been the passion of his life. So be sure to register. We have an introduction coming on Friday, and that's complimentary. And if the team would like to post that link in the chat box. And of course, we have the full weekend. You can be spending the full weekend to learning and practicing in the joyous and field and powerful field of Dr. Peter Hudova for the whole weekend. So please also do post into the chat the link for the workshop itself. So let's practice now. And I'm going to ask Brad, since he has received these treasures, some of the rest of you also, there may be others who have received the treasures as well for the driving forces. We're going to all turn on all of our treasures now, and we're going to chant for the Chi channel. This is the teaching of Master Sha, is that the Chi channel, when the Chi channel is open, we can heal from anything. We need to heal and we need to rejuvenate. We need to stay strong. We need to live long so we can reach our dreams and live out whatever our heaven's task is for this life. So Brad, if you would like to turn on your treasures, everyone, we're going to turn our treasures on. Just close your eyes. One hand over your lower abdomen. Actually, we'll have our yin yang palm at the base of our torso in front of the first soul house. We're going to be chanting the mantra, and if our monitor would like to please post in the chat in case we have any new guests joining us tonight, the mantra for each of the 7 soul houses, or the 7 energy chakras of the Chi channel. Hey, Hung, Hong, Ah, Shi, Yi, Wang, Yo. So Brad has received the Tao Golden Light Ball and Golden Liquid Spring treasures for the 3 driving forces, the Wei Yin, the Shanzhong, and the Dajue. And he's also received the Chi channel. Many of you may also have received. So let us now say hello. Dear Divine, dear Tao Source, dear the Tao Calligraphy Healing Field, from which the Tao golden light ball and golden liquid spring treasures are transmitted. All of the treasures. Dear all of our treasures, transmissions, upliftments, and appointments, we love you, honor you, and appreciate you. Please bless and boost our Chi channel as we chant together. I thank you. I cannot thank you enough. And dear my soul, heart, mind, and body, and soul, heart, mind, and body of my Chi channel, I love you, honor you, and appreciate you. You have the power to heal and rejuvenate. Do a good job. Thank you. Okay, so yin yang palms, so grasping the thumb of our left hand with our right hand, wrapping the fingers of the left around the knuckles of the right. We place our yin yang palm in front of our first soul house at the base of the torso. Close your eyes and inhale through the nose. The breath comes down the center of the body, all the way to the Wei-Yin acupuncture point at the base of the torso. And then we chant for all of the 7 soul houses and the Wai Jiao. Hei Hang Hong Ar Shi Yi Wang Yo. Inhale. Hei Hang Hong Ar Shi Wang Yo. Hei Hang Hong Ar Shi Hei Hang Hong A Shi Wang Yo. Hei Hang Hong A Shi Wang Yo. Hei Hang Hong A Shi Wang Yo. Hei Hang Hong A Shi Hei Hang Hong A Shi Wang Yo. Hei Hang Hong A Shi Yo. Hei Hang Hong A Shi Wang Yo. Hei Hang Hong A Shi Hei Hang Hong A Shi Wang Yo. Hei Hang Hong A Shi Yo. Hei Hang Hong A Shi Wang Yo. Hei Hang Hong A Shi Yo. Hei Hang Hong A Shi Wang Yo. Hei Hang Hong A Shi Yo. Hei Hang Hong A Shi Wang 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 Yo. And if you find liquid is gathering in your mouth, swallow this liquid down to your lower abdomen. This is sacred liquid. And then we continue. Hei Hang Hong A Shi Wang Yo. Hei Hang Hong A Shi Wang Yo. Hei Hang Hong A Shi Wang Yo. He hung hung a she 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 Continuing silently, if you receive the liquid in your mouth, swallow it down to your lower abdomen. Golden light all forms in the first soul house and rotates up through all 7 soul houses to the top of the head, back down, in front of the spinal column, all the way back down to the first soul house. You can visualize golden light in the whole chi channel. Just tune in. What are you feeling? Are you feeling frequency and vibration increasing? Are you feeling heat? Or sometimes even cold? Sometimes you can even feel a blockage. It could feel like pain when the energy hits a blockage. Just keep chanting. We're going to chant for the 3 driving forces now, beginning with the weigh-in. Thou golden light ball, thou golden liquid spring, thou golden light ball for weigh-in, thou golden liquid spring, thou golden light ball for weigh-in, thou golden liquid spring, thou golden light ball for weigh-in, thou golden liquid spring. And for the Tao golden light hole, this is a woo world treasure. Some of you may have received this as well. If you have not yet received, you can register for a reading. Our monitors can post that chat in the chat box, the link to register for a reading. We'll now chant for the golden light hole. Thou golden light hole for weigh-in, thou golden liquid spring, thou golden light hole for weigh-in, thou golden liquid spring, thou golden light hole for weigh-in, thou golden liquid spring, thou golden light hole for weigh-in, thou golden liquid spring. And we'll chant for the Shanjong. Thou golden light ball for Shanjong, thou golden liquid spring, thou golden light ball for Shanjong, thou golden liquid spring, thou golden light ball, thou golden liquid spring, thou golden light ball, thou golden liquid spring, golden light hole. Thou golden light hole for Shanjong, thou golden liquid spring, thou golden light hole for Shanjong, thou golden liquid spring, thou golden light hole for Shanjong, thou golden liquid spring, thou golden light hole for Shanjong, thou golden liquid spring. And now for the Dutch way, if it's comfortable, you can put one hand behind your neck lightly at the C7 level, cervical 7. If it's not comfortable, you can keep your hands both down at the first soul house and visualize the Shanzhong, the Dutch way, the C7. And, we'll start with a golden light ball. Thou golden light ball for Dutch way, thou golden liquid spring, thou golden light ball for Dutch way, thou golden liquid spring, thou golden light ball for Dutch way, thou golden liquid spring, thou golden light ball, thou golden liquid spring. And swallowing any liquid that gathers in your mouth down to your lower abdomen. Chant now for the Tao golden light ball for the Dutch way. Inhale. Thou golden light ball for Dutch way, thou golden liquid spring, thou golden light ball for Dutch way, thou golden liquid spring, thou golden light ball for Dutch way, thou golden liquid spring, thou golden light ball for Dutch way, thou golden liquid spring. Now for the Tao golden light ball, golden liquid spring for the Qi channel. Most of you have received this treasure already. Some may have received already as well for the Tao, the Da'ai Qi channel, the Tao, the Da Quan Shu Qi channel. Everyone turn on your treasures. Let's chant together and all receive the frequency in the field. So we'll chant for the Qi channel. Tao golden light ball for Qi channel, Tao golden liquid spring, Tao golden light ball for Qi channel, Tao golden liquid spring, Tao golden light ball for Qi channel, Tao golden liquid spring, Tao golden light ball for Qi channel, Tao golden liquid spring, Tao golden light ball, 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 Tao golden liquid spring. Keep your eyes closed and tune in. What are you experiencing now? We practiced together for about 10 minutes, I believe. Everyone had turned on their treasures. Just tune in. What are you experiencing right now? Is your mind more peaceful? Are you feeling more vibration? I invite you to open your eyes now and share, post in the chat box what your experience was during that practice for the Qi channel. And we'll ask Sarah to share what you post in the chat box once we start getting some of those shares. In the meantime, Monique, would you like to share what your experience was during the practice?
Oh, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Cynthia. I love the Qi channel. You know, as soon as the book was published, I remember at the time I was teaching soul communication at the center and the book had arrived. And I looked at it, I looked inside, wow, we have a new way of moving the energy in the body. And I was so excited. And since that day, as soon as we started moving, because Master Sha is an expert since so many years, he's been developing energy with Qigong, Tai Chi, Kung Fu. And then he learned that we can move the energy, and he received the guidance, and he's sharing with us that guidance. I've been so excited, and my experience is over the years, building energy and moving energy. I can feel the vibrations all the way to my feet. And the sound, I can feel the sound in my first soul house. My whole body becomes vibration. And the more I practice the Chi channel, I also have tinnitus. And the more I practice, the more the tinnitus reduces. So it's always a great, great, great joy and a great experience for me to practice and to open the channels more, and I feel that my cheeks might be warmer and redder because I feel the heat, and it's just this tingling sensation in my body. It's really, I know it's because energy is moving. So thank you so much. I'm happy to share because I'm so excited about these techniques. I teach this, not at the very first session. I teach all my clients how to develop and boost energy. And when they're ready, how to move energy. I love these practices. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Monique. Yes, it's when I met Master Sha back in 1994, it was actually the reason I was so excited to meet him. He was teaching Qigong, and I didn't know anything about it at that time. But what I did know is I needed to increase my energy levels. And because I had such a big boost in my energy levels in such a short period of time with Master Sha, it is why I came back. And he left Vancouver and then he returned, and Monique knows this as well. He left Vancouver and returned. And at that time already, I had met Master Peter, Dr. Peter, and Dr. Peter coached me up on the latest teachings of Dr. and Master Sha, and I've been going ever since. And so it's just I was so excited when Dr. Peter came out with his Shen medicine book. He wrote several books, but this is one of the ones that has been published so far, and it's just so full of wisdom and knowledge. And as he shared this morning in the Facebook Live, 4 years, can believe it or not, 4 years have passed since he wrote this book. And new wisdom and knowledge that he did not put in this book, it was not approved to be put in this book, is going to be released at the workshop. So I'm very, very excited to learn this new wisdom and knowledge. And we already know, we've heard one of the new secrets. It's about water. And it's interesting, Monique, you were speaking about tinnitus. That's water element, correct? And of course, Brad is also experiencing water element issues. We here in BC have also been experiencing water issues. So I know we have with us someone that I'm going to invite to speak a little bit about it. And the practice that Dr. Peter led us through last week, Rendi Qian Dao Shui He Yi, human, Mother Earth, Heaven, and Tao, water, join as one. We definitely need to heal our water element at this time. We're going to chant love, peace, and harmony, and we're going to trace greatest love. Greatest love, as Master Sha teaches, melts all blockages. We're going to chant and trace for Abbotsford and the areas. Not only Abbotsford, the road, the Highway 1 has been cut off. Areas have been cut off in BC from one another, and many other areas of BC have been affected as well. So this is another huge thing that we can do from Master Sha. Everyone can do their part, you know, they're in various different ways, bringing boats to help people to rescue their farm animals, etc. We can sing love, peace, and harmony, which is hugely important, hugely important. So I'm going to ask, we have Mark on site at the Master Sha Dao Center in Vancouver, and he's got the Greatest Love calligraphy set up. I'm going to ask him to play Love, Peace, and Harmony. So let's just do a little invocation to begin with. So dear Divine, dear Tao Source, dear the Tao Calligraphy Healing Field and the Tao Calligraphy Da'ai, Greatest Love, dear the beautiful, powerful Tao song, Love, Peace, and Harmony. I love you, honor you, and appreciate you. Please bless all souls in BC who have been affected by the flooding. Please bless all of the areas that are affected at this time, and each soul, help them. Each soul in the area of BC, you have the sacred soul song of love, peace, and harmony downloaded. We invite you to chant and trace together along with us. We thank you, we cannot thank you enough. And so from our hearts and souls, I invite you to actually stand. We've been sitting, I've been sitting. I invite you to stand, and so as the music comes on and the Da'ai Greatest Love calligraphy comes up, I invite you to trace from your heart and soul. As we trace and chant, you know, as the rains are coming for the beloved souls in the affected areas of the floods.
Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The Tao Calligraphy Healing Field, the Tao Calligraphy, I, greatest love. Thank you, the Source Soul Song, love, peace, and harmony. Thank you to all souls who sang along with us. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so Sarah or Monique, would you like to share an image you received or a message you received as we were chanting?
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Cynthia. What I noticed was the immediate response of all the souls that we called to chant with us. You know, that was just human souls and non-physical souls, and everybody just came in to chant together with us. It was just amazing to see. As soon as we asked for help, the help came pouring in, and there were just countless souls chanting with us. It was really beautiful. That was the first thing that I noticed and felt. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. You know, of course, as Master Shah has taught us, we can't change Mother Earth's transition, but we can invite all souls to chant love, peace, and harmony together with us. And as Lydia was mentioning, you know, what can happen if people are in fear, they can act in ways that are not leading to love, peace, and harmony. You know, the empty shelves, no eggs, no milk, you know. But if we can help them, remind them, invite their souls to chant together with us love, peace, and harmony, that can be extremely powerful. And of course, as Lydia was also mentioning, all of the beautiful ways that people were sharing and offering their assistance. This is what the power of love, peace, and harmony is. And we have love, peace, and harmony in our hearts and share that with others. Anything you would like to add, Monique?
Yes, you know, the Mother Earth is so powerful, and, you know, all that came to me is Dao Fa Juran, follow nature's way. There's a way that nature will rebalance itself. And, you know, I remember hearing Sarah on her Heart Talk talking about what that area was before. And a lot of that area was a lake. And so Mother Nature has a way of being. And what came to me is deep, deep, deep forgiveness for the way we try to transform the natural way of Mother Earth. Because that area was a lake, and now it's a lake. It looks like a lake. So now what can humanity and human beings can do to correct? And I was, you know, the image that came to me is, you know, I grew up in Montreal, and there's a beautiful canal that is man-made, but it's to allow, you know, we want to have boats traveling in areas that don't exist. So we've been digging and digging and digging a canal. So I was thinking, why can't we dig a canal to concentrate the water, knowing that it might repeat itself? And I have this vision of digging and digging a canal to gather the water to go in a certain way. Since, okay, we've created that situation, how can we repair? How can humankind can repair that so it doesn't happen again, that the whole area is flooded? So these are my thoughts. Dao Fa Juran, follow nature's way, and we try to avoid to alter the natural way of Mother Earth. Once you've done it, how can we repair it? How can we repair it as a collective? That's my insight during this practice. And of course, lots of love for all the losses, lots of love to heal the wounds of the pain that has been created, and lots of love and peace and harmony to all. Thank you, Cynthia.
Oh, thank you, Monique. Oh, how interesting you mentioned Dao Fa Juran, because, and once again, if you did not see the Facebook Live with Dr. Peter this morning, he offered a blessing with Dao Fa Juran as the very first CD that I actually purchased of Master Shah as well. Very, very powerful. Follow nature's way. So we're all going to follow nature's way, and we are going to join Dr. Peter at the intro on Friday. So be sure to post that in the chat box. If you have not registered already, be sure to register. We need to balance our water. We need to purify the water within us. We need to assist, you know, be as above, so below. When we can balance our water, nature is going to be balancing the water as well. So powerful. I so look forward to the many new secrets and the weekend of practice that we're going to have in the joyful, powerful presence of Dr. Peter. So be sure to register, and thank you so much to our monitors for posting the links in the chat box. It's also in the eye there. Do we have some comments in the chat box from people that they shared, the experiences they've had from this evening? Sarah? Is Sarah with us? Oh, she's muted. Sarah?
I'm sorry, my internet is going in and out. I apologize for that. So yes, we've had people posting. Their hearts are going out to Lydia and her community, and very touched, you know, by the expression of gratitude for the community that she is in. Anna saying she felt the greatest gratitude for the privilege of having a warm home and safety, at least at the moment. Send my love to all those souls who have just lost their homes, and to people on the streets. And that was what Tom was asking for also. So there are many different forms of homelessness, and we've seen how people who had homes, have suddenly become without a shelter. And so it can happen just like it did for us in BC. And we always need to be able to help one another and to share love, peace, and harmony as Lydia is doing with that Facebook group she found. I mean, what a beautiful way to help your community. So that's all that I can see in the chat box at the moment. Thank you very much for sharing, everybody.
Okay, thank you, Sarah. So yes, of course, as Master Sha teaches, it's all about transforming the negative messages to positive messages. And we have so many powerful ways to do so. We have the Tao Golden Light Ball and Golden Liquid Spring Treasures, the Tao Golden Light Hole, Golden Liquid Spring Treasures. Once again, if you have not yet had your reading, be sure to register for one of those readings. Register and join the introduction on Friday, 6 till 9:30 p.m. A very generous and extended introduction by Dr. Peter, and then join for the weekend. We really, really look forward to joining together as a soul family, and we need to extend our soul family to be that safety net, so that when things happen in your neighborhood, there is also someone that you can reach out to, and you can, in your powerful way, turn on all of your treasures and shine, shine, shine for your neighborhood. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining this evening. I thank you, everyone who's been serving tonight. Thank you, Mark, always on the AV. Thank you for our whole AV team, and thank you, I don't know if Brad is still with us, but he's also part of our AV team. He's going to be helping on the weekend. Thank you to each of our monitors. We have with us tonight Nori and Yitka. Lydia is often a monitor as well. We have many other monitors who join us on a regular basis. And thank you for Sarah and Monique. And thank you for our center leader, Jimena. And thank you for our special guest teacher this weekend, Dr. Peter Hudova. And let's see who has posted in the chat box. Thank you. Thank you, Brianna, for joining us. Thank you, Anna. Who else posted in the chat box here? We had that there were 22 of you. So thank you, Tom. Thank you, Nori. Thank you, Beverly. Thank you, Beverly, for joining us. You're out there in Coquitlam too. Spreading the light. Not everyone's posted here. Thank you, Yasu, for joining us. Look forward to seeing you at Dr. Peter's workshop. Thank you, Catherine. Love you all. Thank you, everyone who joined this evening. Thank you, everyone who will watch the recording later. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we say good night from Master Sha Dao Center in Vancouver. Bye-bye for now.
生。